They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
King Harold, King's Club Roulette, King's Club Casino, King's Club All Things Winning.
All things winning.
We're going to catch Angel flat-footed here in this session. He doesn't know what I'm going to do, but that'll arouse something inside of him, I'm sure. What we're going to talk about here is something that we work 24/7, sometimes hands-on in the lab, and sometimes just thinking of ways outside of the lab during the normal day of how do we subdue the random outcome of a game so that we will win. Because we're not here for entertainment, we're here for winning. So winning is really based on, after a loss, can you get a win? That's how it's done. There's so many losses in all these things that we do. It's a matter of beating that edge that the house has by getting a win. The goal is to find a cycle or a sequence that will produce a win after a loss. And that's all that's needed. Get a win after a loss, no matter which game. Just find a way to win after a loss. But the way that it is found has to work every time. Every time. So we're pushing all levels of complexity, the angel and I, to yield that single constant outcome every time. So what is it that we're actually seeking? Well, we're seeking perfection. And perfection must be total. As in when a Rubik's Cube is all scrambled up in front of you and you use like the Singmaster notation or a similar algorithm to solve the Rubik's Cube. Once solved, it is perfection. It's not failed. You've done it. It's there right in front of you. You can see it. And perfection in and of itself is a total outcome. Baccarat, as we know, is frequently a chop game. More so than even odd even or high-low or red-black is in roulette. The chop game in Baccarat, you have seen several go one way, but ordinarily, or in most frequent cases, there's a chop 2 and 2, 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3, 2. It's a chop style. Baccarat has no green, it has no red, nor black. It's more like a black and white. Baccarat's more like rock, paper, scissors with only 2 options appearing in each sequence. Our pursuit is ever evolving, and the place that we're at now is good until it isn't. That's what Angel and I always say. It wins until it doesn't. The casino plays the long game. They play, can they beat you at some point? We're trying to find ways that they can never beat you. And this has led us to 2 options as we endeavor to persevere. The pursuit will continue because perfection is the end. The first that I'm going to talk about is a simple way of playing Baccarat, and that is after 2 consecutive losses, bet the loss side 2 straight times. If you haven't won, then bet the win side 3 straight times in a 5 sequence. So that has proven to be successful, but I'm not certain that it's going to be successful for the rest of your life and in every time. And so I'm going to use roulette as my example, but you can use this sequence that I'm going to show in roulette. You can use it in Baccarat. You can use it in any either or. The only difference is in roulette we do have the green, and so we're going to be. I'm going to demonstrate in subsequent sessions actual money of playing it simulation, and I'm going to try to play it with real money as well. I'm going to try to do both. So if you did a simple thing of saying in a 5-game sequence of Baccarat, you had two consecutive outcomes. So the bank won twice or the player won twice. And then you go and you play, well, the bank won twice, we're going to play the player twice. And if we've still lost, then we're going to go and play the banker 3 times. That's our 5 sequence. If the banker won twice, we're going to go player, player, banker, banker, banker. Now we're going to stop when we get the win. You may get the win on the very first hand. You're going to stop and reset with another 5 hands, beginning with the one you just played. But let's use a roulette here, since we have roulette aficionados here, and record 5 no-bet spins, all right? So we're going to record 5 no-bet spins, and we could have just looked at it, but I'm going to do it here, and this is how I'm going to show it. Okay, we're not going to use the green. There's a green right there. We won't use that one. That's the same as a tie, but we will be playing the green. We're not going to play the less than 50% here. Okay, there's a red outcome. That's the first spin with the red. Any green, we're going to restart, and there's a black outcome.
It's right up there. You can see it.
Yeah, we can just go down the pole.
Yeah.
That's what Angel is suggesting. I just want to show some real spins right here that everybody's looking at. But you could do it you could walk up to a table and just look at the tower. And no, we've got red, black, red. We're going to do 5. We've got red, black, red, red. And we've got red, black, red, red, red. Okay, so if you look all the way down, you can see the 18 is red, the black 26, then the red, red, red. So we've got red, black, red, red, red. What we're simply saying here is that 5 sequence of red, black, red, red, red is not going to repeat 5 times. That's what we're saying. And so if we're going to play this, I would play it this way. We're going to play $100 opposite of the 18 red. That's the 5th number down, right, Angel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to bet black, and we're going to bet black for $100, and we're going to put a 10% on the split 0. So now we have a legitimate 50-50 game. And we're betting against this repeating exactly in the random way that it did the very first time. So the red 18 causes us to do a black bet. We're going to martingale until we win. And we have 5 times to do it. 5 times is going to yield at least 1 winning bet. We're on black, and there's your win. And so you put down your money, and you're $90 ahead. Okay, so if we're going to continue this, let's say this, and we can look down the tower and still do this, but I want to do it legitimately, just as if we were playing Baccarat. The point about this is you've got a tower in Baccarat too, because you can see where things have gone, but you've got the tie that comes up more often than the 0, double 0. And in Baccarat, you're going to have to restart on every tie, whether it's during your bet or whether it's just during your recording. But if you're playing roulette, like this crowd, our kingdom plays a lot of roulette. We've got a black 28. I'm going to add 4 spins to it. We've got a red. We've got another red, black, red, red is what we have. Black, red, red, black. And black, red, red, black, red. Those are our 5. Going down, the first one we have is a black 28, then we have 2 reds, 1 black, and 1 red. So we're going to begin our martingale with a red bet, since we're staring at that black 28. And we're going to go as many as 5 bets. Now again, like I'm talking about, the perfection only matters if you win, not just this time.
So you're going the exact opposite of what?
Exact opposite of the last 5.
Okay.
Exact opposite. Those 5 are random. We're throwing 5 opposite randoms at these 5. That's exactly what we're doing.
Okay.
But as Angel will quickly point out, he's been at this enough times. 1 failure is total failure. You've got to win forever. We can't have any losses. And so here we go. We're staring at a black 28. We're going to play $10 on the split 0. and we're going to play $100 on red as opposite of the black number 5 spins ago. And we got 5 chances at this. And there's your win. Okay, so I'm fully expecting.
Are you going to play to 300?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I just wanted this to be the instructive day
Okay.
because you're watching me too. But we are going to come back with this, and we're going to do it in roulette, and we're going to do it in baccarat, because we can do it in baccarat. Like I earlier talked about baccarat being a simple thing. Just watch 2 hands and then play the loser hand 2 straight times, and then if you still haven't won, play the winning 3 straight times, and you are playing martingale for the 5 bets. But the problem with the baccarat is you do have the tie that comes up much more often than the 0-0-0, and you're going to have to reset. And also, there's a limited audience out there that does baccarat. I find baccarat to be fascinating and totally civilized and a wonderful way to play and make money, but it is higher table minimums. You get into bigger numbers and bigger money, and also you got to stop on your ties and restart. You don't have to do that in roulette. And since I have changed, Angel and I, in putting this algorithm together, we have changed black-red to being a 50-50 game. I've always hated people saying that odd, even, high-low, black-red are even money bets. They're not even money bets. That's where the house gets their edge. It pays even money, but your chances of winning are 48%, and that 2% difference makes all the difference in the world. Now, you actually are marginally ahead of it because you have 20 numbers against 18. You've got your 18 of the color plus the 0-0-0. So you're actually 52 against 48. And so we're always looking for ways that you're definitely going to make money in the casino. You can do it this way. We're going to demonstrate it with a $2,000 buy-in and a $2,300 goal in roulette. We're also going to try to work the baccarat the same way with the 5 previous bets. And we'll also try to work loser, loser, winner, 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 because we want you to see it all. So, for today, this is the permutation that we're putting out there for roulette and for baccarat. But you guys know roulette so well that now you've got something in your hands that, okay, you've got 20 numbers, 18 of one color, plus your 0-0-0. The 0-0-0 is a little bit of a jackpot if it hits, and when it hits, well, I should say when, because it will hit. But it's a marginal cost to you of 10%.
So basically what you're saying is you can go to the roulette table, you look at the 5 numbers on the tower, the last 5 numbers on the tower, and then you can just start right there.
Exactly. As long as you are certain that there's no error on that tower. We do see that sometimes it records the wrong number a few places down. So I would feel more confident you keeping your own records and watching 5 spins before you make the bet. And then you can see whether the tower is accurate or not. What I'm saying is if you walk in from your car and look at the tower, you weren't there. You don't know that it was absolutely those 5. You can feel relatively confident that it was, but you don't know 100%. And we like to do the 100%. That's why it's perfection. But we did sit here and work these numbers. We know the numbers on that tower are accurate that we're looking at there. And so Angel is correct in saying you could just go straight along with it. Look at the last 5. Just be precise about it.
Well, let's just do it one more time, just
Okay.
so I'm clear, because since I'm
We can do it just by looking down the tower.
Yeah. So you got red, red, black, red, black. So you would be playing black first, right?
Black for 100. And split 0 because of
And then
5 down
and
is
then
a
if let's say
23
you
red.
lose this one, the next one's going to be red, red, then black. No, it's going to be black. It's going to be black, black, red, black, red.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Okay.
And it's going to be martingale. You do have $2,000 here, and I'm not saying that it's going to win on the first time every time.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, here we go. We're on black for 100, and we're on split zero for 10. And there's your black. It's simply saying that the last 5 spins are not going to be duplicated precisely this way with the randomness that comes out of this wheel. There's not going to be a blueprint of exactly.
Well, let's do it again now. So now it would be these 5.
Black again.
So it'd be black, black, red, black, red, red.
That's what it would be.
Okay, so we've got black.
So we're going to rebet then
Yep,
because
yep.
and no martingale because we won.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You know what I want to see. I want to see it lose, and I want
well,
to
of course, that's what you're working for because that's the perfection. There's your win.
Okay. Now it would be red, black, red, red, red.
Yes, that's what it would be.
Okay, that's
Okay, so it would be
100 on red.
$100 on red, just like that, right?
Yep.
Because we're going down 5 to black 2.
Yep.
Right.
So
Okay.
it'll be so you're red, and then the next one's gonna be black, and then there's 3 reds.
Okay, this is a red spin for 100 and with the. Okay, there's a loss.
Okay.
All right.
I just wanted to show the martingale
yeah,
part.
Yeah. Okay, so you were saying the next bet is what?
Well, that was you just lost on red, right? Because it was black. So yeah. So now you're gonna be red. You're gonna be. You were just on red.
Yeah, I was just on red because we lost with the
So
black.
that was the 2. So that would be.
So now we're on black
Now we're on black.
for 200, and we're on split zero for 20.
And then your 3 reds in a row.
Well, let's just make sure that we do it right. And there's the double zero that ordinarily would be your beat hand, and there's your jackpot. You won 140.
Okay.
Okay, now because we've got a 0, we have to get 5 spins.
Okay.
Angel wants to do this one more time, so we're going to count out 5 spins, and then we'll close down this session. But this is the Cheech and Chong of the palace with me and the angel. The angel, I'm forever trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to make it a winner. Angel is forever trying to break it, because Angel correctly believes you can't fix something until it's broke. And so Angel will be trying to break something all the time, and that's what he wants to take one more look at this, because he's seeing this for the first time, and he's fascinated by it because he's an inquisitive thinker. Okay, so we've got 1, 2,
You
3,
need one
4.
more.
We need one more. Just like in Baccarat, we got 5 straight. We got no ties because we got no zeros here.
So now you're gonna be red, red, black, red, black.
That's what we're going to be. So we're beginning with the $10 bet there, and the $100 bet. What's it on, Angel? It's on red.
On red, yes.
On red because of the black 8.
And the next one's gonna be red too.
And there's your winner. So I don't, this is where it shoots holes in me. Like I don't like just following up the poll like this, but as the angel would point out, if it's going to work, it's going to work. And so.
Yeah, it's just like right now. I mean, so we have, you just won, so now you're gonna have to start, you're gonna start over, and it would be red, black, black.
Because we're on this number now,
Yep, you're
right?
on 24.
So we would be on a red $100.
Mm-hmm.
And there's your winner. And we're $570 ahead for this session. So we're going to come back and we're going to play this. We're going to play it at lower numbers also, so that we aren't playing it so high, because this is not the kind of thing that when we're playing like a two streets plus the split zero plus 2 columns, You want to get your money and go. You don't want to try to mess around with those 6 missing numbers until the power of large numbers and mathematical chaos jumps on you and you catch 2 or 3 of them in a row and you've lost $200 3 times. That's why you don't want to play that kind of thing for that long. You want to get your money and go. This you can play.
Where I think it might, where the problem might come into play, and this is just me thinking, is we know we've seen 17 reds in a row, 17 blacks in a row. And my issue with that is okay. Let's say you come into it. I'm okay if it's not all one series of numbers. But if you come in and you tell me that we have 5 reds in a row, and so now we have to play 5 blacks in a row, and then you get 10 reds in a row. Or 15 in a row. You're gonna get your ass handed to you.
And that's why. Okay, so again, Angel has just made the brilliant observation. It brings me back to where I was. I began this as baccarat, not as roulette. I was demonstrating the baccarat game with the roulette wheel, because you don't get 10 straight banker wins at baccarat. Not saying you can't, but you don't. You do sometimes light the entire board up with black or red on roulette. Yeah. And so we already know ahead of time that there is the distinct possibility of the failure is out there. This is not perfection in roulette, because roulette is going to have 5 straight reds, and now you're going to play 5 blacks in a row, and you could get 5 more reds.
Yeah, and that's where if you were going to do a 5-unit system on just red and black, I would think you would want to set it up to where Doll and Bear can bail you out.
Okay, that's another. All right, that's another good point. Okay, this is why Angel's into the numbers. You can martingale right up the scale in baccarat on this methodology, but in all likelihood, because of the possibility of catching 7, 8, 9, 10 straight of one color, a D'Alembert would be better than a martingale.
Yeah,
so we'll play D'Alembert.
And I don't think you would. And I don't think you would ever fall into, because as we know, when you see if you came in and you have 5 reds in a row or 5 blacks in a row, I would call that a disqualifier. Just because we know once you get 5, it's like you're chasing the animal of having that one outlier that's 15 in a row, 16 in a row.
5 in a row of one color is not random. 5 in a row of one color.
But I think what you need to have is 3 and 2. So you at least, like I said, D'Alembert can pick you up out of it. On this particular one. That's my thought.
Okay, no, all right. Let me explain what Angel just said, or let me put it in other words. If you begin your session with 5 spins that have a grouping of 3 of one color and 2 of another, now when you embark on your 5 continuous spins, you're definitely going to win. I mean, the only way you lose is if it absolutely replicates the 5 in that way again. Like if you look down, you see 5 there that starts with the red 3. So we're going to play black, okay? And red comes up. We're going to play black and red comes up again. We're going to play red because of the black 31, and oh my gosh, black comes up again. And so as you're looking back down.
So I guess what I'm saying, as long as you're 3 and 2, 2 and 3, as long as you have that mixture in there,
the only way it can beat you is if
you don't want a 4 and 1,
no,
and you don't want a 5 and 0.
Well, it's not ideal, no, but it also has to beat you by exactly replicating those 5.
I know, but again, I think you would be chasing a 15 in a row if you had said, "Oh, I'm going to play black 5 times in a row."
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. You would only play black 5 times in a row if you had 5 reds in a row, but you're still chasing.
Yeah. And so then all of a sudden there could be 15 reds.
And again, we're using roulette here as a demonstration for what we know or we believe at this juncture to be the unbeatable baccarat strategy. This is being used as an example. If we're going to, we'll get further with roulette because we know the kingdom loves roulette and we want roulette to be the definite winner. And we know that when you've got 52% of the wheel covered, you're going to win. But we got to get this thing set up so that when we got a complement of numbers that's abstract, that's just wrong. Like, look, you can see the chops going right here. Okay, so there was 3 straight reds down there, 27, 3, 14, but then boom, there's the black. Here comes the red back. There's the black. Here comes the red back. There's the black. And so that's an ideal way of going. Look at these last 5, like what Angel was talking about. We've got 3 blacks and 2 reds. This is an ideal time to come on in, D'Alembert. Let's play 5 of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess what I was getting at is that if you always have to have a mixture of reds and blacks. As long as you have a mixture, I think you can martingale it. I don't think you have to D'Alembert. I was getting to the point of D'Alembert is the safe way, but you can't have more than 3 and 2 because what you're saying is you're gonna start if it was 4, you're gonna be up at a high number, and then all of a sudden it could backlash and then you're gonna be out. You know, if you're running the same 5 sequence in a row, that's pretty tough. That's a pretty tough thing to ask for it to do. I don't know if it can.
Which is how I arrived at this.
Yeah, I mean, I know it can happen, but I don't know when it can happen. It's got to be, the probability's got to be pretty up there.
But again, this whole thing is designed on the 5 in a row being the way to beat baccarat, and stepping aside when you have the tie and restarting and playing it at 50 and 100 and 150 and $200 a hand. And oh yeah, well, when you win 2 hands in a row, you're leaving because you're $400 or $500 ahead. And that's why I like baccarat that way. But baccarat is, like I said, like I just described, it is a high minimum table. The bets can get up there. But this using roulette was designed as a demonstration of how we would play baccarat. And so
yeah, that's true.
That was what this was.
You did say that disclaimer at the beginning.
Yeah, this is an easy way to say, okay, so the 26 is banker and the 30 is player, and the 20 is banker again. But it's important to show that you can win at roulette now because we do have the 52% of the wheel covered, and 48% can beat us, and 5% of the numbers are jackpot numbers. And we also have to replicate 5 straight spins in the same opposite complement for it to beat us. We've put as much math on our side as we can put. And when Angel throws into 3 and 2, now you've got even more. So that's it for here. And we're going to come back in. We're going to play both baccarat and roulette. This was we've been trying to advance ourselves over these last 6 or 7 months to where we have the complexity necessary to be winning. Don't misunderstand complexity for being something we shouldn't do. Complexity means do the work. Complexity means do the practice. Complexity means, okay, so we can't just beat every team we play against by just running the ball up the middle. We've got to have 18 or 20 different patterns that we're going to run at them. And that's what we're trying to show here. And we're going to keep developing more and more complex ways for this kingdom to be winners. We aren't people that just come together every morning to watch some kind of fun thing for this against that or something that comes out of somebody else's game. We're here to win, and we're not here to be entertained. And I always think leaving with a pocket full of money is plenty of entertainment. That's how I always look at it. So the Angel's going to be covering some more crypto as he goes. He's bullish on everything now. We should be buying everywhere. You want to make a comment on crypto before we run?
Yeah, the market's way down. Bitcoin's dropped, so all the altcoins have dropped as well. Which to me, all that means is buy more. and fill up those bags of the cryptos that you pick. I would still run high on turbo. I think I talked about Miro before. That's another good one. There's a couple AI ones that I'm researching right now that also, one just came out 2 days ago, and I'm looking at it, and I'll let you guys know about it in a little bit as soon as I do the research on it, because I don't talk about things that I haven't done research on yet. But I am beginning my research on it. And it's basically cloud computing for blockchain. That's what this crypto is doing. Basically, you're owning stock in the crypto, but the actual crypto itself is partaking in cloud computing, and it's for all the AI computing that is going on, and for this, they have some unique use cases, and I'm interested in it. But anyway, I could talk about that a little bit later. It's all you, partner.
All right. So, for the angel and the king bids you adieu. There is more to come on these sequences of permutations. Have a great day.
Luca. Bueno. Piñu. Bueno. Piñu. Bueno. Piñu.
Just to hold you.
Banana.